This whole thing was thought about when we had the trade, investment, tourism, sports, culture, language forums in Brazil in the month of April in Sao Paulo. And the forums were organized by the embassy. And I think they were very successful, quite successful. Now, one of the discussions during those forums, it was that we should try and organize a delegation from Brazil to come to Tanzania, because in those occasions, we were just telling them about the potentials that exist in this country. But as we know, seeing is believing. Without coming and without seeing, it might be very difficult to believe. And therefore, we organized this delegation. I must admit, as it is the case with everything you are trying to organize, it was not very easy. But I thank God. I thank both governments, the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, the government of Zanzibar, for making this possible and successful, and finally we're here. Basically, this is an exploratory tour. So they have come to see what potentials exist in this country. And we had, this is the third delegation, in fact. The first one, which was typically on tourism, and which was accompanied by big media companies in Brazil, was the first to come. It went around, and I'm sure it also came to Zanzibar. Perhaps you had an opportunity to meet them.
We did receive the previous delegation, and now yourself here and your team. And we hope that we can have a continued engagement of all the stakeholders from Brazil to continue to engage here in Zanzibar. So in a nutshell, let me just explain a few things which relate to tourism, as this is the primary sector that we are overseeing. So tourism makes up a bulk of our economy. 30% of our GDP is dependent on tourism. So it's a very important sector for us. It's a key driver of our economy. It employs along the value chain more than 70% of our people. So it's a very important economic driver, and we want to do everything that we can to make sure that the sector continues to thrive, it continues to grow, it continues to provide broader opportunities to our people. And of course, at the end of the day, it's about livelihoods, how people can make their living within the sector. So over the course of the last 2 to 3 years, we've seen tremendous improvement of the sector, but also an increased number of tourists coming in to the island. For example, last year alone was a record year for us, where we had more than 630,000 tourists visit the islands. And we hope that that number will continue to increase. And this year we're hoping to receive more than 800,000 tourists. So as far as the general outlook and the performance of the sector, it's on the rise. A lot of tourists are coming in, but also the amount of investment that is coming in has also significantly increased for the last 2 years. We're seeing a lot of new hotels, big brands that are coming in, and even the amount of investment capital that we have invested for the last 4 years is to the tune of $5 billion just in this term for this new government. So there's a lot of optimism and a lot of excitement. We understand that there's a lot of competition. And so in order to compete, we also have to take our cues to see where we can make more improvement and where we can make sure that we're selling the right kind of brand and the right kind of product to our tourists. So we have a number of initiatives as far as now putting Zanzibar on the global map for tourism.
The nature gives us everything. And many things that we learn today is things that we are using in Brazil, but we didn't know so many uses of these natural spices has. So now we understood that spices are life.
Are you happy now?
I'm more than happy. I am positively enchanted. It's really nice. And the way they do things here and the natural way they cultivate the things, we observe that basically what the pharmacy and drugstore can give you is depending on the nature.
Whoever comes here, he or she goes back with
No.
her or his story. What is your story now?
No, our story is that here now I remember my grandmother because my brothers and grandmother comes from Indians from Brazil. So my message is that they know and they have the real knowledge of what a life should be. And you see these guys with all these natural items, you can see they are healthy and they are surviving, they are exporting knowledge for everyone. So now I feel that to everyone that should come to Zanzibar should visit the farm spice because you learn and we also eating a lot. And look at this, they produce here some incredible things that is natural, even for the woman, perfumes and